Hello from the 7 News Digital News Desk. I'm Sports Director James Wicks. Joining me now is MacArthur head coach Marco Gagliardi. Coach, Shea has a big night in Game 2, looking to have another one in Game 3. How do they get everybody outside of him involved?
I mean, it's never about Shea. He's the guy, right? Your one's got to play like a one. It's about the 2-3, and then do you get somebody off the bench? So J-Dub and Chet have to be very aggressive, I think, just like they were in Game 2. Chet had 11 in the first quarter of Game 2. They have to do that again coming up in Game 3. We need somebody off the bench, whether it be Caruso, Wiggins, Isaiah Joe, somebody to step up big.
Yeah, is there anybody in mind, kind of talking about Indiana's offense, how do they slow them down? I mean, obviously they're one of the historic offenses that we've seen in the NBA. How can you slow them down in Game 3, especially with them at home?
I got 2 words. Lou Dort. Lou held Halliburton to 5, I think, until the last maybe 2 or 3 minutes of the game. Halliburton got trash buckets there at the end, but the game was already 20-25. Him and Caruso just take turns on the best offensive player every game. They're unbelievable. On the ball, off the ball. As a team, the defense just swarms. I think Lou Dort has another big game. I think we hold Halliburton in check. The rest of them can't beat us at home. I think we take care of business.
You kind of touched on the rest of them. There's like that old saying where role players don't really show up as much on away games. How can they get them involved, especially early on in Game 3?
I don't think this Thunder team's like that. I think for the Thunder it starts defensively, and you've always heard defense travels. And so I think most of the role players, they get all their stuff off transition. They get all their stuff off Shea, distributing the ball. They get easy looks. I think the Thunder are different. Just because they're so deep, they play so hard. They get so many easy transition points off their turnovers. I expect us to win Game 3, and I expect us to close out in 6.
Closing them out in 6 is the official.
I think 5. I think they could do it in 5 if they take care of business in Game 3. But that's kind of crazy to win 4 in a row in the NBA Finals. Obviously, this is the biggest game of the year for both teams. Game 3 is, especially when it's tied 1-1, is crucial. I think we go take care of business tonight.
And one more point, Pascal Siakam going into the series was huge, especially against the Knicks and against the Bucks. How can they keep him at bay? They haven't had anybody score over 20 against OKC. If you're the coach, what's kind of the game plan against a guy who's a mismatch like he is?
Well, you play your best defender. So you see Case and Wallace getting tons of minutes. You see Alex Caruso and Lou Dort playing in lineups together, so that way you can put Lou on Halliburton, and you can go with Caruso on the other one, which is Pascal Siakam, who was the Eastern Conference MVP. So it's a team effort for them. They're really good 1 through 5, guarding the ball, check and switch out on a little sometimes. I think it's a team effort on Pascal Siakam.
Is there any final thoughts you have going into the series? I mean, going forward past Game 3, is there anything that really sticks out that the Thunder really need to do to kind of hammer it home and close it out in maybe 5 or 6?
I think the key for the Thunder is Shea has to get his teammates involved early, because when he looks for his offense, he may score 40, but he's taking 30 shots, and the others are watching, and he's not getting people involved. I think the key for them is Shea had 8 assists last game. 5 of them in the first quarter. If he can get some assists early, get some confidence, those other guys come off the bench, they feed off him. Shea can get his offense whenever he wants. It's about him getting others involved, and that's what he didn't do in Game 1. He went for 38, but shot 30 times. In Game 2, he had 8 assists. Thunder rolled. Hopefully he does that again tonight.
All right. Well, Coach, thank you so much for joining us. We'll break down everything from this series going on forward right here at the 7 News Digital News Desk.